Yep. Aside from the fact that I'm positioned over in triangle.
All right. Crockett works the same as we usually do. You are boss group for Timecaster, and otherwise, kill ads if you can, and CC. Um, Morgemoth is the same as normal. Just focus on not dying to the wave. You can time a dodge to it. You can jump it. Just don't try to move around too much. And
Can you
again, really
block
try
it?
to stay close to the edge to avoid getting spreads for all the dragons.
Can you block it? Or only
No.
dodge? Okay.
It's a dodge or a jump. For Zaitan, we need good bursts. So at the end of Morgemoth, we're going to have a lot of HP percent wiggle room. So this is the time where you want to use your lower cooldown skills, prepare for the big burst, and then once all the giants come together, which just when any time a stealth happens, just stand still, let the ads come in, and then open with a skill that doesn't move you. So like you can open with like a stationary dodge or a great sword 5 or a great sword 2 or something.
Mhm.
And then just nail everything with bursts, be wary about last laughs,
Don't
and
worry too
everything
much
is...
about using cooldowns, because you have time before Zaitan's even
Mm-hmm.
hittable.
Any questions or concerns so far?
No.
Okay, Salt Spray Dragon's kind of the same as normal. We'll have a bubble on the ball, make sure we CC, and then Suwon, like, you have a very easy job. Um, there is a close screen, it's around heart-ish. I would appreciate if you also stood in that for both Suwon, P1 and P2. Just so if people have to go out for some reason, or we need a backup, we still have a lot of people on that close screen.
The swipe AoE in CM is an insta kill. You don't get downed or anything, so don't get hit by it. Just make sure you're on the edge.
Yeah, is there enough room for us all on the edge?
Yeah. Well, there's only 7 spreads, and everybody that's off of the boss will have a spread. You'll probably have 2 inside the little sliver, but there's enough room for 2 people.
You will not be doing greens for a ball. Thank you for asking. Other than that, again, like, you commit to a mark. You commit to X or you commit to star. For no matter what dragon, what phase. If on Su1 you commit to X, that's perfectly fine. Just be wary about the claw slap.
If you're between them, you'll get overlapped and die.
I hope you enjoy Out of Combat, Blue. Because you're probably getting that. Other than that,
Do you guys bring when you come back for C12? Do you bring the fire thing away and then kill the giant, or do you kill them both? What do you guys do?
we'll probably end up
About here.
killing them both, but I need to see my strategy in action to see probably how bad it is, and then I can easily figure out another solution. But
It's kind of hard not to kill both. Like, it's possible if they chase the kiters around, but
Ready check.
I'm more concerned about, not even concerned about like killing them both or killing the Goliath or having stability. I'm concerned about the Obliterator charging us really quickly, maybe when we don't have stability, and then wherever that fire breath goes.
it stays there for, 20
And
seconds or
it
whatever
could
it is.
go on a close green. That close green or maybe a mid green, but
Yep.
depending on where, it's kind of sketch, but we can easily work with it.
It doesn't do too much damage. It's just,
Yeah.
if people are standing in it for the whole duration, it's a lot.
Alright, whenever we're ready, let's do this. Gonna make sure I have my timer on. Strike. Yep. And I have my own timer. There we go.
I should probably get peppercorn just in case. I think I'd still down without protection, but
Oh, probably.
we tested it, I think, once. I know, Deadeye needs peppercorn and another 10% to survive, but
That's the
Burst
Frost
might
Aura.
be okay. Yeah, Frost Aura was what we did it. as a backup in case.
That sounds tough.
Mage just
Yeah.
requires a
Squad
heal
ready.
tempest.
Protection's a lot easier, but
Alright.
we need more counter push people.
Oh, I didn't have quickness.
Fast damage. Sorry, didn't get mine.
We can go first, hard. Yep. I thought I would reveal myself. Go. Adds in center. One down, DPS. Stormseer in center, half health. Careful, purple.
So much stuff.
We need to go ham on DPS. That's the only way we're gonna make the check. Keep going hard. Everything you've got. It was the only way possible.
Oh, that was my bad. I forgot about the portal strat.
I also messed up a bunch on my rotation.
There was a lot of things that happened in Primordius. Bad stealth, we had Anthony going down, you forgot the portal, so, like, so many things at once. It's all good.
Ready check.
I'm talking about bottom subgroup.
Yeah, I guess I should follow you then.
It's either...
Squad ready.
Let me turn you up. I think the counter push was just really slow. Please, people at Triangle, use a little bit more. Like, feel free to use Jealous Hammer.
I did, but I was slow.
And then other people can use more there. And I think with a faster counter push, because I'm trying to angle myself to stay with Choir. Hopefully the boons are better. Like, that's a little better. Kill this asshole. to go ham. Fine job,
Oh, I'm an
but it
idiot.
doesn't matter. How'd you end there?
I great sword 3'd off the edge.
There you go.
Yeah.
Same advice as
And I
Anthony.
should not
It-
have pressed that button. I know that because I play Reaper on here in my other group, so I know not to do that, and I
Mhm.
just, yeah.
Like at a certain point it's habit, but it's really
Ready
it's
check.
like a negligible damage increase.
Yeah.
Squad ready.
But it does really help the rotation flow better.
Do they play it in other encounters? Like, it just might be muscle memory.
Probably muscle memory.
Yeah, but I'm clever enough to not.
GG.
Mouse ran out of battery.
No, alright.
That's why I use non-GMO mice.
GMO?
Yeah, my mouse is
Genetically
technically
modified organisms.
My mouse is technically wireless, but I just don't trust it, man. So it's always plugged in. Then I have my wire specifically set up behind my desk to give me the precise amount of wire play that I need to in order to function. One of the more intricate aspects of how messy my entire desk setup is. Good Jormac damage though.
Keep forgetting I have Moa.
Yeah. It's just a nice thing because the only other thing you'll take is a small DPS game. Well, I guess it's not small, but still.
It's good for
DPS.
burst, and other than that, it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah. I mean, but burst is the name of the game here, so.
I'm just most of the time I run MI, so I forget when I have Moa.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
Alright.
Ready check.
Fortunately, I had a half-decent Pug Venture read session, so I'm in a half-decent mood.
That wasn't bad.
For commanding, yeah.
Squad ready.
Other than
We just had
CA.
people who just didn't read or something, and then one of the worst CA DPS I have seen in months.
Had no quickness for our whole subgroup.
Alright. We can should talk more on Quacator. A little slow, but it's still fine. I'm gonna kill this asshole. We're good to burst.
Very fast.
I did not rebuild myself. Nice. Let's go.
One from zero.
Storm Seer in the center.
I wonder why I didn't move.
I bet one person was revealed.
far better damage. We can burst Primordius. No need to concern yourself with it. Good enough that I will have a bad Primordius left. It's gonna auto attack. Don't do anything, wait.
Now you
Let's
get
go.
rid of the car.
Almost killed myself again. Alright, now we can shit talk. Every time I enter Primordius, sorry, entered Procurator, I always want to press my 2. That's my thing. And I just spent like, I think 1,200 seconds killing a 40 million golem just to get some muscle memory ingrained in me. Remember, fire your counter push. If you don't have short bow, that's fine, just quickness. Oh, I was about to kill myself. We can go a little faster on this push. Be careful about your mech health, Linus. Don't worry if you can't see the thing. Just prepare for CC. It's incoming close. It's almost to us. Watch out for glue. Good job. Add next to us by portals. Remember, play it safe. Spawning in 2, 1. Get your spreads. Our damage is perfectly fine.
I didn't see another road. Should I use mine right away?
Go for it. I'll go out.
Oh, there it is. Never mind.
Prepare for your Zaitan burst. Add in middle.
Wait till he comes after me.
Nope. Out. Last laugh. Very good burst. Get to your greens. One person low. Quickness.
Yeah, untamed effect. Thought it was
Shells.
giant stuff.
I was not fear broken. And we are dead.
I was a bit slow there. Sorry.
Did you just use it too early, Moonies?
Yeah, I just got excited.
Remember a good habit is to just do 2 into a medkit 3 immediately, just in case you get excited like that or you mess up. With how slow we were moving out, I think a medkit 3 would have been perfectly good to save us.
Ready check.
Yeah, I was switching to it. I just didn't.
Okay.
Anthony's
Squad
already
ready.
seen Zaitan.
I think he's seen Zaitan with us before.
Has he?
I mean, he was part of the static group for a bit at some point. It's been a while. Sorry, I don't remember specifically now. Remember, you guys can push a little faster. That's good. If you can have that kind of push all the time, that would be very nice. Not the fastest, but very common. Kill this asshole. Kill this asshole.
Sorry, I autopiloted a little bit.
You're all good.
I think I scared Bjorn maybe.
Yep. I didn't know where to go.
Commit. Stay. Now let's go. Stormseer out by square. Chomp in 3, 2, 1, no.
I think I might have opened the room for you.
I think her damage will be perfectly fine to dive on. I'm gonna call it. That's good. We first. Good job. Let's go. No. I have ended every phase so far with the drop. Gosh, I'm gonna have a good long.
Love that.
Watch out, Bjorn. Okay, I can throw the needle. Easy. Add to us.
Stacks.
Spawning in 3, 2, 1. No. Focus more on surviving, on making sure you don't get hit by those jumps. I don't really care about your damage.
I did it again.
It's okay. Good job adapting, guys. Add in spreads.
Oh, it didn't get mine. Didn't
Out.
out.
Prepare for your Zyton burst. One down, res. Add to us. They're up. Void pools can stay, it's fine. Spit exists. Let's go. It's dead.
Good
job.
Oh, I missed a bubble. Careful, careful, careful. What's in?
If we could CC that, that'd be great. Void pools. Thank you very much, guys. Focus on surviving this.
Spreads.
Spreads. Good job. Do I need to go out one? No, we're good.
Sorry.
Stay together.
Gonna have worms maybe.
Spit exists. Fees, watch out. Thank you very much.
And the one on the pulse break.
Holy spit, no worm.
Be wary about the spit. It debilitates and infirmities. 2 down on group. Power res. CC. Ads are dealt with.
The other ads are not still.
I know.
Bubble.
Need
Sorry,
bubble.
my bad.
You're good. It was chaotic. Salt spray needs to die. It's gonna bounce. Counter push. Res on group. Stack together. 1 down. Everyone prepare a counter push. We need a really powerful push here. Prepare for CC. Very good. Good recovery. Remember, Choir, you are far green with me. There will be a portal about where I am on group. You'll just take it, dodge in, go out, and then your spread is on X. Good job. Remember, spread on X.
Spread.
Stuff.
Alright, I'll leave
Okay.
safe.
Void pools soon in 4 seconds. Remember your spot. These cleave ads. Almost died.
Portals down.
Void pools, portals, far green portal. Fine job. Go to your spread spots. Get your spreads.
I didn't get star again.
Money downs. We have we're gonna have fun.
Oh, we're too late.
Doesn't matter. Oh, wait. Oh, sorry. Alright, what is it? Top group, go to other side, and let's begin pushing. I will at least want to get us practice on this.
Is Choir's body in a fine enough spot?
I think so.
You guys can push more. I'll, oh, not towards the pools.
Alright, stop. My close group, stop. Bring it over to Star. Or just a hitbox. Keep going. Alright, everyone on boss and burst. Rose, get ready. Go. Focus Goliath now. CC. Close screen, remember. Void pools. You are farm. Alright, remember, get your spreads.
Hunted.
Okay. GG.
That
So
was without quickness for
yeah,
the
that was
burst,
really
too.
yeah.
It wasn't bad.
I mean, you were without quickness because quickness died.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, could have been a lot better if we did. We succeeded green too, right?
Yes, we did. That was the farthest we've got in a while. Good job, guys. So
Fire, yeah, I'm sorry.
the Goliath moved a lot. Did we just not CC in time?
Yeah, the CC was a little bit low.
Did he get off his attack before?
He didn't get off
he
the
got
attack
CC'd?
though.
Okay.
No,
that's
he
good.
got CC'd. Yeah.
He eventually got CC, but he like went towards like the frontier, and then he came over here to square, and then he eventually came
Oh, you
over
mean
to
while we were
X,
stealth?
and then back to star.
While we were stealth, or after we were stealth? Or like after we CC'd, I guess.
He did not get the attack offer. Attack off, and if he did, I was too far away to get affected by it.
Me.
But it was just that flame breath that. I mean, I think it's
I mean,
the lack of
knockback killed a lot of us. I think from the
whatever.
shockwave. Knocked me into the pools.
Wait, just a question. After I do far, do I take the portal back to X or do I just walk back to X?
You can take the portal
You
back.
should be able to take the portal, yeah.
Okay.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Do I invest at the start of the phase?
Yes.
And when do I put the portal?
Portal will be. What will it be? During, or it'll be right after Claw Slot. So it's like
the portal's just for green too,
so it's
right?
not it's not for the first green, right? Or is it?
It's the help. It's a DPS greed portal to get Noro to his portal spot, place it down, and then take it right back. That's it.
Okay.
If
So
we
it has
ever
nothing to do with the greens.
yeah, you're good.
Okay, and so right after which one is the claw slap?
The spread attack, the one where you stack at.
I see what you're
hardcore.
saying about Goliath. People were just moving while we were stealthed, getting into position. Usually that's fine. You just want to wait until he stops moving to CC and break stealth, but Obliterator had already started charging. It's just
Yeah, this is the only thing I didn't explain because I didn't think we would get here today, but since we did get here, then
Okay, so when do I open portal? Sorry.
after Claw Slot.
Which is the spread?
Yeah, after spread ends.
Okay. And now you open it where? At square? Or?
Any, pretty much anywhere.
Yeah, once we're all back on stack after greens,
just anywhere on stack.
open it.
If we ever take too long, if you don't have portal, just let us know, and I can just have Noro run there. It's not
Yeah,
the
it's
worst.
not a problem. I can blink out. It doesn't bother me. If it needs to happen.
If the portal fucks with you a bit, and you want more of a big purpose for the portal, we can easily coordinate that, but I don't really find too much value in a portal for the first set of greens here. Unless people really want it.
Like what we use it for in the other runs is just teleporting people off of Goliath so you can greed for an extra 2 seconds. It's not...
Ready check.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was chaotic there because Choir was then, it's like, oh, that's a quickness. Was that Ventari? But then I remember, oh, blue's Ventari. Oh shit, we have a bubble. Okay, let's get some practice.
When did people go down after the portal was dropped for the void pool? Like, is that something I could have changed, or is that like after all of the stuff that I dropped expired and I was still out?
Which portal?
The third void pool in Suwon Part 1?
Oh, for the greens?
Yeah.
I think it was just an overlap on spread.
Yeah,
I
there
don't know
were
if somebody missed
two
theirs or
spreads
what.
on.
Squad
there were
ready.
2 spreads on boss stack.
Choir is X, Naga is star, I am square, Mesmers are star, sorry, not star, heart, and then Voidpool
Gotta
people
make
are out.
sure after greens, don't run to the edge until you have your spread if you're supposed to have one. Bjorn, my portal's not gonna be quite in the green, so just be ready to move a little bit.
I kill this guy? Yes. We're barely good.
Oh, that's my fault. Killing us from
One ad in center.
So it's not too bad.
You gotta learn at some point. Gotta learn
Yeah,
of
can
the...
you go back early?
I could have sworn I saw you already go. My bad.
Don't trust that, cause sometimes it'll just show him sitting
Is
there
there
and
is it a lag?
just like a desync of some sort. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll wait a few extra seconds then.
I think it's Blade Sworns especially it happens, because
Ready,
when they're
check.
in Dragon Trigger, they
I've
just
been-
don't move.
I've been telling people to just rely on me, but if even that's unreliable, then... Well, that
Squad
fucking
ready.
sucks.
Yeah, for some reason you and Wolf are the ones I see just sitting out there and then damaging AoE the most.
I usually see Twinkle Toes like stay out there the entire time.
Oh, that's funny. I would say, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he's distorting some of it, but the whole time is something else.
Fine counter push. Fucking chill. Kill this asshole.
I think that's spread.
We're good to go hand barrel. One ad by square. One ad by triangle. Spawning in 3, 2, 1. No. Be aware of the triangle ad. Re-speaked by the double spread there, man.
Did you have 2 on DPS? I know I've been,
I only saw one, but...
like I've been on the portal, but I blink out. So if you're
Ready,
seeing
check.
mine, It's because I am intentionally getting spread, but
Yep.
I have to go and drop portal after getting
Yep.
spread.
Squad ready.
Please make sure you're putting effort into going towards center to get your spreads, because we've had a lot of missed spreads today. And otherwise, people stay close to edge. If need be, I can start doing spread call reminders. If just like tunnel visioning is an issue.
A couple of times when I was definitely far enough, someone else got mine.
One down. Commit.
Big
Cool. Add by square. Pet was on
I
it.
think it's the pet that's doing that. I see him out there fighting it.
Yeah, there's no. I just started sending the pets after them. It looks like they don't actually stop attacking or get them killed. But I didn't do it on that time where the rest of you were on the floor.
Add still by square. Very low in health. We are good to go here. That was really close, man. People fucked up their rotations.
I thought we were closer, so I didn't use a dagger 3. Guess I can just use Moa on the boss. That works.
Sure.
I think
My
I'll
burst.
still have it.
My burst will be delayed. Oh shit, that's cancel.
Okay.
I will not have Moa. I think.
We need a lot of CC here.
Yep, I have it. Came off cooldown like the exact amount.
I don't know which board. This one. Add coming to
I
it.
usually try to place it right where the ball CC ends.
Spawning now. Add in middle.
Can you guys get a little closer to the edge?
Please be closer to edge. You want to hug it. Get your spreads. Get your spreads. Prepare for your Zaitan burst. Let's go. One going in the middle. Instead, be wary coming back. Thank you for that ball. Rolling forwards. Make sure you get your spreads, or you stay close to the edge. Check.
Have worms for sure.
CC. Worms have died. Prepare to do your counter push.
Very good.
Alright. Spawning in 2, 1, no. Void Beast. I'm gonna try being greedy.
That's spread.
Nice. How's me being? Stay close to edge, get your void pulls. Stay on group, heal up. You got time. Give us all that alacrity. Give us a buck.
Portal up.
Portal is down.
Nice. We might not have.
Oh, he
no
phased?
upgrades.
Bubble in center.
Very good phase.
Bottom sub on boss, other sub opposite. Let's go. Make sure we cleave ads if you do a lot of hits. My boss group stop DPSing, push it over to us. Everyone stack at square. Push it on over. And let's go, let's burn. Get ready for stealth, get your stuff. Rush Goliath, CC. CC. Remember your greens, void pools. Stability.
I fell.
Goliath is dead.
We need somebody back up mid.
Sorry.
We rallied, we can continue, I guess. Not like it matters.
Down.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I gotta get better at my calls there. Mostly because I don't do it too much. What happened, Bjorn?
I got pushed by the red one. By the.
Oh.
It rushed and it pushed me out.
Once it started, then. It's not really. It might be in the way.
For how we're doing Goliath. For how we're doing Goliath, it is better to focus on keeping stab up. Like, ideally, since you can overflow quickness so much...
You should have 30 seconds on everybody, yeah.
Yeah, so you just, like, camp Jalas, try to get energy, and don't even worry about hammers. Just road early, and then do your burst, and then as soon as you can, do another road. Ideally towards the... What is it? Green.
Which green did we miss? Close?
Or it was middle because the Wyvern just rushed us, and it knocked Bjorn, and he couldn't make his middle green because of it.
So that happens because somebody landed a stray hit on it before stealth, or stealth didn't come out quite fast enough. I don't know which, but just make sure that when the orb is about to die, you're not throwing out anything.
Yeah, like condies will kill it, right?
No, but like one F1 from like a vert, if you're close to the orb, will shoot into the sky, and it won't cleave anything. But like if you do a dagger 2 or a dagger 3 or something like that, it's gonna cause a lot of problems.
Because of the time, may as well. In case we get another longer pull. No reason not to. Yeah, the moment the orb gets to like, I don't know, 5% or something, you want to throw your road down. Giving us stability early means that if the Wyvern does dash, it's not going to knock people. And then because we don't need stability until after the Goliath recovers from being broken, that will be enough time for your road to come off cooldown again. Or any other stability sources such as Glyph of Stars or Equality or F2 from Mech, whatever it may be, that you can then do in Goliath, because that's where the stability matters the most. Otherwise, Goliath could be a little better on the burst, but it died. I mean, it died before the green expired, so I'd say that's a win.
Yeah, like, if I was on Druid, what I would do is I would drop Glyph of Stars on the group, like, as you're running away to green, so that, like, when Goliath comes out of the stun and does his attack, if anybody does get down,
Ready, check.
Get rezzed right away.
Which screen were you talking about?
The first screen in Suwon 2, like, so we're all on group attacking Goliath, and you guys start moving away, right? To about, do you go this way around, or do you go the long way
I go here.
I usually go here, and I do go the long way, but it doesn't really matter.
So, like, I would drop Glyph of Stars as you're moving here, and just drop it onto the group, and then go to your green. That's what I would do.
I'll have to see if I'm even in CA for that.
I mean, it doesn't matter if it's CA or not, it gives stability both ways.
Yeah, in or out, it'll be really useful.
It's just a difference of giving like vigor and some other boon versus Condi Cleanse and something else.
Just like a massive AoE long-term.
Yeah. We're not concerned about
Squad ready
right now, even though it's probably going to be an issue. Starting in 3, 2, 1. We just need to get to it a few times more and get a better feel for it, and then we'll be far more comfortable. And then once we kill the Goliath, succeed that first green, get that spread going, make sure you heal yourself. There's very little else to Suwon. Like, we're in kill territory then.
Yeah, that pull was as close as you can get without being a kill, basically.
Yeah.
Other than second green.
Remind me to ask you something at Crawl Couture. You need to focus. I'm gonna kill this piece of shit. Killing that guy. Sorry for giving you a heart attack. We are good to burst. Will I get my drive session? Easy.
Woohoo! That was... Alright.
Go on a little adventure. The portal back for after greens is in a weird spot, so just be careful.
Careful coming back.
It doesn't matter. Just take a couple steps back.
Thank you for letting us know. We are good to burst. Oh yeah, what health percent did we get by the green on Suwon P2 that time?
Oh,
That's
like
P1.
right
P1. We phased like as the greens finished. What was the health percent of it?
When we went out to greens, I didn't see, but it would have been probably like 54, 56 maybe.
Green spawned at like 52, I think, or maybe it was
I
somewhere around
remember-
there.
I remember when Nora yelled port open or whatever, that it was 60.
60. Oh.
That was before greens too.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a bit before greens.
Yeah, when I guess it was like 54 when the green spawned. Cause I remember dodging into the green at like.
Okay, if it's
52.
54 when the greens spawn, I believe that's good enough to not do greens and voids, correct?
Only if we can consistently have that damage. Suwon is very variable.
I know it's variable,
Like-
but I need to know for like calls.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't want
We
to.
have to do the greens no matter what. Like,
Oh, okay, good to know.
they don't despawn. That said, if we phase before the greens show up, but they still do show up, we have to succeed them, but we won't get first greens in Suwon 2.
Fucking dumbass, but like, alright.
That counts it as Suwon 2, but they still spawn. That's like
Alright.
the perfect ideal
Good to
situation,
know.
but-
If I ever implement bugs into my simulation,
It's
probably
like a
won't.
2-second window maybe, but it's hilarious when it happens.
Alright, back to beam series. Get your spreads, be close to edge. Get your spreads, be close to edge. Prepare for your Zaitan burst. Add in middle, be wary. Let's go. Someone moved with a movement skill.
I think that must have been me. I think I moved it quick.
And GG.
Sorry, I think that was me.
That's alright. As a reminder, if anybody uses a skill that moves yourself, such as like Nomad's Advance, or Grid for 3 on Revenant, or Hammer 3, or whatever it may be, or like summon anything that moves, enemies will
Ready,
mimic
check.
that movement. That's why it's important to just even start with an auto attack, something pointless. Just unreveal
Squad
yourself,
ready.
and then you can do your burst. You all been doing pretty good with that.
I confuse all my CC.
We are good to burst, barely. Nice. Nice. Good stock. Very nice. Turn. We are good to burst.
I ran out of food in case anyone else.
There you go.
No, I use my own. I'm just saying.
Ah, that's a fail. Somebody used the skill. Beware.
There's a black hole. Might have been that.
I did that, but
Or there was something that said black hole on the ground.
I thought I canceled it if I cast it. Maybe I zoned out.
One ad remaining. If I get void pull, it's fine.
You gonna go kill it?
It doesn't matter. It's probably
1v1. It's funny.
the moment I saw the stealth fail, I gave up on trying to do good damage. Last dragon slash.
It's fine. It's
Slow, but whatever. Working. Get ready for your CC. That sniper really wanted to kick us. He teleported away. Oh no, I actually got a good so good. Now I have to care about my damage. How do I do that first? Watch
Yeah,
out.
I did get mine.
Prepare for your Zaytun burst. Add behind us, be wary. Let's go. They're all done.
And those bits.
I am fine. Focus on rotables. Add closer if you can cleave it or CC, that would be appreciated. Otherwise I can deal with it. Thank you.
Thanks.
I'll back out. Ready to greens. This side 10 long stretch. Make sure you get your spreads, otherwise you're close to edge.
Oh, we got
Arrogant, sorry.
more greens. No buck.
Slow cleaner. That's fine. Salisbury's dead. Stack together for heals. And count. Prepare for CC. Good job, portals.
Oh, don't take that portal.
Take the one that's
Take the
farther
one
out.
that's
Take the one that's
further.
farther out.
I couldn't take close to it.
I'm sorry.
GG. You're fine.
Sorry, I try to not put it on top.
Yeah, there's like if they're touching and somebody's like on the close portal then moves on the other one, it won't get the prompt. It's
Yeah, the moment you
terrible.
said something, I just took it. I fucked my burst, took it really early, and just focused on my green. But then I would know that we wouldn't have one for second, and I would have to figure out a plan for that,
Ready check.
which would have been an adventure.
You just have to burst do the far one. We have blink.
Yeah, but I'm more concerned about. I mean, that's fine, but also void pools. I mean,
Squad
there
ready.
is a plan for it. I would just needed time to think, which would have been after spread. Oh well. Initial push slow. Man, these ads don't really come into me.
I was thinking of switching to one of the Jacaranda or Voga, whichever one I prefer.
Good the first. Two ads by square because of pet.
Okay, I just won't attack them anymore then. But,
By square. Sacrifice the Dragon Slash to kill those two bats. We're fine. It'll feel a bit sketch, but it will be. And broken. I love when Dragon Slash 2 doesn't move. Thanks. Watch out. Bladeborn's actually seeing hate the relic instead of
I don't think anybody. You'd probably have to ask Rix if he is.
people still not play.
Yeah. Maybe land. People getting 60k logs. Everyone wants to play Bindi.
It's always fun to see those kinds of people around. And that, like, win 1 hour in a row. Let me make sure this succeeds. There are people like, oh, Quickness Berserker does 39k! And then before that Quickness Berserker left in that VG, I was...
did actually?
I was doing more damage than him just barely on a fucking QuitarHero.
Yep, there's
It's funny.
and it also, like, it does do good damage, but that's kind of all it does.
Yeah. Alright. We can talk more now. Everything from here requires spot on. Let's go. Very nice stock.
Yeah, that's nice. And no spit. Win the lottery.
This is certainly a pull for the people who want to grind logs.
Other than the crowd.
Stop.
Good job. Thank you not for giving space. One down. On group, we need help clearing ads on left side of ball. I've got those. One down behind.
5%.
Step. Get ready for push. One person low, one group, but it's fine. That will make it, just be wary of the ad. I fucked up there.
I will not open my portal here.
No. Void pools, greens. Void pool, good respawn.
We might have similar timing.
Yeah, we will have to do your greens. Don't worry about spread. You can ignore spread. We just phased. Get your greens. Get your void pools down. We did not return in time, but bottom group on boss, top group other side. Make sure we're killing ads. The more we kill, the better P2 start will be. Feel free and push it more towards boss group. Push it more towards boss group now. Boss group stop. I should have dragon slashed. Everyone over here. Everyone. We can burst it from range. Burst. Destroy. Rogues. Stealth. Go. Go void pool green. And no stab. Fuck. I guess I. I'll get close. Not enough people were at close.
I also got slowed there. I don't know if it was from Goliath or from an orb, but while we were supposed to be bursting, I had quickness, but I had slow as well.
Yeah, I hit my 9 late because I got knocked down.
And then on top of that, due to the fact that we phased with it so far away, I did have projectiles that hit enemies. I don't think they revealed me, but...
Alright, so we need more coordination for Purification 4 and then understanding the beginning of that. So... the hard part is finding a good HP percent amount. Is 50%...
Like usually... Go ahead.
How about this? I guess at 40%? I don't know if that's a good number, but 40% bottom, or boss group, you just stop DPS and let the opposite people push the orb in. I think that's
it depends, because like I've been doing a lot of damage on the orb. I don't think other people are hitting it quite as much.
Slashing.
So like usually what we would do is like once it's 25 to 30% start pushing it in.
Okay.
And then once it's about 10% really slow down on the damage and kind of let the verts finish it, but
yeah, we can do like 30%. We just
as long as it has momentum towards us, it's usually towards the end spot.
And the verts is just auto attack, right?
You want to do an F1 to finish it.
Oh.
And don't use 3 or 2 or any phantasms once it's that low. Early on, by all means, use phantasms. Just make sure that you end with a good burst ready for the Goliath, because everybody's damage matters. Whether you're doing like a great sword, heal, great sword, whatever you're most comfortable with is like a fast thing before running to your green. I just do a full opening burst. But like if you end on Greatsword on the orb, then you have Greatsword 3 and F1, which are both instant hits, and it's good. Just make sure you're not auto attacking on like stow your weapon.
Ready check.
Alright, we will do one more pull. If we get the Purification 2, it will be our final pull, and if we die beforehand, we will do one more, no matter how it goes. That does mean that at most we'll end 5 minutes late. Oh, right on time. Oh.
Squad ready.
Wait. The problem with that is if you literally have to go on time, you're leaving in the middle of Suwon. That's the problem.
Run
okay.
to the close side. Oh.
Okay, then we'll do, no matter how this pull goes, it'll be the end. Okay.
You could drop it while you're like here too, if it just, like I would just drop it as I'm going out because that's the most impactful.
I started so we can.
Yeah, I just have to remember where it is.
Yeah.
Alright. Final pull no matter how it goes, even if we die in Purification 1. Get a good counter push going. It's a little fast for you guys. Very good. So, very nice counter push.
Okay.
Alright, this door magnet is already bad. Make sure we don't mess up the spreads.
Careful with it.
We're good to burst. Storm. Never mind. Everyone's in. I almost won this. But it does not matter. You all can do whatever you'd like. That is all for us. Thank you very much for joining. Thank you, Anthony, Blue, and Choir for filling and making, everyone for having good enough damage to make our lives and my life as like phasing dragons. Just I don't even have to worry. Not even a bad Jormag, not a bad Primordius, no bad Zaitin. Thank you very much for being good at your builds you're playing.
Yeah, today was good pulls.
Yeah.
Thanks all. I'll catch you later.
See ya.
See ya. We're also like so close to having every day have clean phasing like that. Like, so if you feel like you can practice and get your damage up,
yeah,
it could be this clean every day.
Yeah, all we need is for me to think about how to better do Goliath a little bit, and then worst case I can always do the save strat, and then once we succeed the green and spread, that's it.
Thanks for filling, guys.
No problem. I have a question about Goliath, though.
Yeah.
So, are you helping us move in and just waiting from the stack, then CC and burst it, or are we just like the moment we just run to Goliath immediately and start hitting it?
Immediately run to Goliath and CC and burst.
Okay.
My goal, how it plays out in my mind is we CC Goliath in melee range of the close screen. So since the DPS stack and everybody else is on close screen, and we can cleave the boss there, it's a win-win. We get really good Suwon damage, so we can get a better kill if, let's say, people die, and we cleave Goliath instead of the safer strat of pulling Goliath away, so we don't even have to think about the stability attack, and then either running away or teleporting back to close screen, just to get rid of one of the most inconsistent factors, and it also helps like to pull the Wyvern away.
Mm-hmm.
I figure that with enough stability, since, I mean, the vast majority of groups are running Chalice and a whole bunch of stability anyway, we may as well take advantage of it and just not care about the Goliath attack or the Wyvern charging. And the only big danger attack is the Fire Breath.
I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm pretty sure the orb came through is like coming through the group at the exact moment that we want to be bursting Goliath, which is a problem. I'm just gonna put a screenshot because
hold on, let me.
I'm sure it's not gonna be consistently like this, but it is a problem. Like the.
Hold on. Dragon orbs and P2 are extremely consistent. Let me pull up my simulation here. Oh, so you're talking about the dragon orb that literally spawns on top of us?
Right when we want to boot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a big problem with where we're doing Goliath, because that'll kill everybody's burst.
Hold on, let me dot on my simulation here.
Like we can just do resistance. Like that would definitely fix it. But we'd need resistance for both subs.
No, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
How do we...
And we could just stack a little bit further, like... But then it's not on top of green. It's just the orb, I think, goes like, what, like right here, right?
So now we have to understand the Goliath AI. So Goliath can begin in two different ways. The Goliath can either begin with the 6-time knockback attack and chill, which we CC, which means that we have less time to burst. Or the Goliath does that weird, like, chuck a small AoE on the ground attack into CC. Is the latter one, the little AoE the Goliath does. Is that dependent on how far away we are from the Goliath spawn position that the Goliath will do that attack? Or
if it's the same as Obliterator, it's if he sees somebody he can attack and they're further away, he'll do that attack first. Like the Obliterator will charge if people aren't in melee range of him. If we are, then he'll do a different attack.
Yeah, but that's
Goliath
what I'm thinking. Like, let's say that we ended literally on top of X here, or ended Purification 4 on top of X. We are from X to triangle. That's the distance, roughly. If not, like, heart to triangle.
I think he would throw from there, because Obliterator would charge from there. We'd have to be like if we're not stealthing, if like you're assuming Goliath can see us, we'd have to be like this close, I think, if it's the same as Obliterator.
In order for an
like
immediate
okay. Yeah, because if we're at heart and Obliterator sees us, like he would charge us from triangle. Maybe a little bit further than heart.
Because the goal, because right now we're starting from square, we're running to running to heart, and that puts us in the direct line of path of that dragon orb. But if we were to start back here, we then run to heart, and it literally spawns on arrow there. Which means we are completely out of it for the most part. And if we do touch it, it's only for like a tick or two. And that's easily Condi cleared. Or maybe it would still be an issue, but we would focus more on the heart side over here. And then we would burst it.
I mean, and like,
but that's even more precise.
Nothing hitting you until after greens other than Goliath. So like, we could burst it on triangle if we want.
We can't burst it on triangle because Void Pool.
Void Pool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because there's a void pool.
Yeah, that's
right
how
here.
I
Okay,
coordinated
never mind.
because I want to pull Goliath away, and I will never try to set up for third greens on Suwon because that's a very,
Even if
very,
we have
very
5
edge
people
case
dead, we
thing.
shouldn't have to do that. I think. I don't know.
It's something I am perfectly fine just ignoring, and if we ever need to get to that point, we're fucked.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly fine accepting that fact. Which is why I put the void pool over there, because the most punishing part about Suwon is how to deal with void pools and make sure that we have boons, which is why ranged boon givers are so important. And I believe part of the standard strat or safe strat is to just chuck all the void pools where the challenge mode is, where we enter the instance, just the complete back. The problem with that is, how are we going to get our boons? Void pool people.
Portal out like we were doing with Wolf Team.
You could portal out, yeah, but then we come to the issue of what do we want to use our portals for, and how many do we have at our disposal? Right now we have 2. If we had 3, it's a no-brainer. But if we only have 2, like right now, what portal do we forfeit? Do we forfeit
in other groups, they'll just run this. What is the second void pool? They put like. Do they put it all the way in the back blue?
Wait, which base?
2-1-1.
P1,
P2. 1, the second void pool you said?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me think real quick. So first one you put there. Yeah, second one they just run it back and drop it. Here.
Yeah, they don't.
Here, I'll give you guys lieutenants so you can mark, since these markers don't matter anymore. There you go.
Have a good night, guys.
This first one they put here.
Yep, that's fine.
First one there, second one here. And then
third one.
Third one, sometimes people will do it here. Sometimes people will do it on the other side.
Yeah.
The portal.
But it's just towards the back, and that's the main issue.
Yep.
Like, that's the main
Don't
issue I'm
give
trying
enough
to address
time.
with void pools and making sure we have enough time, since, I mean, people could use Hamas, but there are a lot of other decent healers out there that
can't do that, yeah.
can't, like, keep the mech in place with an F3 or whatever. So we now have to consider portals. But what portal do we forfeit? Well, the easiest one would be everyone has to run to the P1 greens. Sorry, to the first set of greens. Because to run all the way to the far green or even middle green, like the second set of green is useful to 6 people.
Like running to first screen isn't that bad. Like
No,
that's
it's
what
not.
we did the first
It's just a
clear.
DPS loss, and you're going to be waiting most of the time anyway, so it doesn't matter.
So if we like pre-stacked here and bursted, and then the void pool people sat behind us here, and then Vert's blink to the far green, and then run back in. It's not that bad. It feels bad, but
it's easier to just run to the middle green, blink too far if need be, or whatever.
The main problem with that is, like, if we do have fills and stuff like that, that is a very abnormal thing to do, but
like, once we're consistent, I don't mind explaining like more complex strategies. Like, that's just the nature of static groups, and I mean, that's all. That's part of the fun of joining static groups sometimes, to see different strategies and to participate in them. Like, we do my beloved Primordius strategy. That's one thing I will never give up. It feels too good. I would love to do it as a portal vert if I ever had a fill for Bjorn or you or
the
Winfrey.
only issue with it is if we had even more DPS. Like, let's say Winfrey's portal here, dropping it before the green. Eventually you'd have to drop it 10 whole seconds before the green, and then they'd have to be out here.
I mean, the solution to more DPS is to run Chronomancer. Done.
Yep, that would fix it. And
that's why I don't
Chronomancer
think
is
about it too much.
Amazing too, but yep, very true.
But if the restriction is we must run a Virtuoso for whatever the reason may be, then I'll have to start thinking about it. But right now, if we do start phasing faster, because we don't really phase as fast as we normally do right now, then how you've been doing your portal, even then, that is... You're using it later than I'm telling Winford to do it, which is why you're staying in so much with the spread to place it down. And
Kinda. So if I were to drop it as early as Winford has,
yeah,
I would still be baiting spread before going to drop the portal because it's too tight, and I don't really like the idea of like what I was doing originally when we were on flank side, is I would sit there and just wait for my portal to come off cooldown, and then the moment it comes off cooldown, like 3, 2, 1, I do that and blink out to try to get spread. But sometimes if I had too much chill or something, it wouldn't be fast enough,
Yeah.
and then someone else would get spread, and then someone would die.
Yeah.
And it's just not worth it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think we should change any strategies.
Yeah, we're not
right
gonna
now 'cause we're
change
so
anything. It's really
close.
just Goliath and getting that set up.
And Goliath, I really think, like, the times we saw it today, both of them were really close to being fine. I think having a specific spot for people to put roads would probably help. Like if you wanted to, like, I don't know, put a marker and be like, square is where roads will be, put your roads on square.
I mean, in a way, like, if we do change the stacking strategy, so, like, Heart is here, and Heart is very close to close green, I'm just gonna be like, everyone, stack on boss, and then we kill, and then, well, we have literally 2 markers, Heart and Triangle. Throw your roads in that direction.
Yep.
There you go. Done. And
then if the roads expired and Goliath still isn't dead, use a double tap F2 to give like 1 extra stack of stability at the end,
mean,
just in case.
the point is, like, I told Quire and Naga, like, once we're at like 5%-ish the purification orb, just throw a road down. All we need is 1, 2 stacks of stability. We really don't need much. Even if we're slow on the burst, we're still gonna have remnants of stability for the charge of the Wyvern. What we need is the additional road when it comes off cooldown on Jalis.
Yeah.
To then
Which
be
is after.
used.
Yep.
And it has like a 10-second cooldown, 8 seconds with Alacrity. If we.
Which is like perfect timing.
Yeah. And then you just use it on top of the group or just on the close screen, which would be right here, like on Heart. So you just aim it towards Heart. That's where the stability matters. That's where Glyph of Stars matters. You just place it all on close screen. That forces everybody to succeed that mechanic.
And Glyph of Stars will cleanse any chill or any whatever else that people get.
Especially if it's used out of CA. It does not cleanse inside of CA.
Yeah, I really think the outside of CA one is better for this purpose.
Yes.
We should not expect to fail greens, and we shouldn't really expect people to down the Goliath damage.
Which, So the
it's
only,
possible, but...
so if, like, it's a lot of this teamwork, but if everything works out, then the only 2 things is the Wyvern's gonna charge if stability isn't used to in advance, then that's a problem. But otherwise, it's the Flame Breath, depending on where we are and the Wyvern is. Because if we're all stacked on Heart, that means that giant arc that the Wyvern's gonna do is gonna be on close screen, and nobody's going to want to do close screen because they're trying to avoid damage. And if all the boons are on close screen, then people are not going to get them, and they're going to get knocked back by Goliath. And the other issue is if the Goliath is too close to the center for some reason, then the AoE, the knockback AoE, will hit middle green.
Yep. And I'm prepared for that. Like, I'm going to have distortion if I
yes,
need
but
it.
Bjorn is not.
Yeah. That's... I guess aside from that, like, if everybody has protection and regen at good amounts, no matter what happens, they're not gonna die to the fire. Like, Noth's regen is gonna be healing a ton, but that's only 1 sub. Can't make sure regen is on both subs from a 5-man application, but...
Think of it like this. Don't think of regen as 5-man, but rather once Noth's regen hits some other person, then
it prevents the need for healing on them.
It's more that how region prioritization works, as far as I understand, is once somebody is affected by a really powerful region, any other application of region will simply extend the duration of that person's region.
So I remember we tested that, and the issue was that once the duration of the good regen stacks ended, it went back to the other person's.
But never mind. Ignore me.
But like,
I thought it was permanent and not temporary.
I know as long like if let's say fire is on close green, like that's the worst case. If everybody's standing on it, after green succeeds, they're off of it. If fire is on X, it shouldn't be on X unless like it'll happen after green, and then by that time Noth can be back on group and be doing CA and stuff like that. And,
something I don't know. Similar topic. How far does the Wyvern dash? What's the distance?
About from you to me.
I don't think it's that small.
It's not very far.
I thought it would be like.
I think there's a chance it can go like this far, but
I thought it could be like, right?
Like I've definitely seen a dash from right about here that goes to the edge.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, okay, I guess the hitbox is here, so I don't know if it's exactly the edge or it's like maybe right about here, but it's about that. I think about this distance is about right.
Yeah, that's the kind of distance I was thinking. So that kind of looks like. Do I have an AoE skill? This is.
The other thing with that is like it has similar AI to other ones where like whoever he's facing is the tank. Proximity, of course. So like if Noth wanted to like bait the dash away from group, he could like move around over here and get him to dash towards the edge out here. But
is there more logic to who the Wyvern attacks with something once we are unstealthed? So like let's say the Wyvern dashes, who does the Wyvern fixate on for more stuff?
It'd be proximity.
Proximity.
So like sometimes when I've been on group, I'll get close to him and I'll make him face like off the edge, so when he does his fire breath, it doesn't cover anything.
I think that's adding another.
It's like total personal responsibility. Like if somebody wants to do it, they can, but I wouldn't expect it to happen.
It's more than. Hold on, where's the? Enemy spawns Obliterator. Oh, Obliterator spawns right here. So let's say that it is 900 range. Do I have a 900 range skill? Why doesn't Warrior have a 900 range skill?
I have a 900 range Ventari bubble.
Does it only go 900 range?
Yeah, my maximum.
Put it behind heart. So if the goal is to put Goliath at heart, we want to bait the Wyvern to heart. And then if it is proximity based, we angle the fire breath to be away from the green. And because they're both stacked together, we burn them both together. While we're on close green, while we're also cleaving the boss. That's 3 targets, and a lot of melee skills are 3 targets. It combines everything. And if we destroy them all, especially if we don't have to worry about the fire breath, that's it.
Yep.
But that's
why we did it
a lot.
We would stack all of them on top of the boss hitbox, burst them, and then move out to greens. In worst case, like Goliath does the knockback while everybody's on green outside of his range.
Yeah.
But
it's more bait, like expecting the dash, and because we're all
if you're
stacked.
Expecting the attack and like trying to force it, then like yeah, it could work.
Yeah.
But this is the void pool, like really.
I mean, if need be, I can always move the void pool. I just do it just to give us more boons in P1.
I would put it over here. This is no overlap with the green, does it?
That is where the void pool goes.
Oh, it is?
Right here. It's literally right here.
Okay, well, I thought it was like over here, but
if they put it over there, then they fucked up. It's literally
where we do it for speed run, but I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can check from the log where it was.
Yeah.
Speedrun, we do like max melee, so the heralds that are doing it can just keep hitting the boss. Then
I don't.
So it was getting placed right here.
I think
Right
they
about, yeah.
must
should be
have
like just a little bit further. Yeah.
fucked up. All right.
Because that might not look like much, but that's
It's
a
a
lot
lot.
of space for over here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's totally viable. And after, like, you know, after greens, when we're all returning over here after the claw slap and stuff, it'll give us a lot of line to cleave, and like that should work perfectly well.
One
It'll
log,
be awkward. But...
red was kind of placed a little further over, but they were kind of more or less right about here. So yeah.
We can put a marker.
I mean, I can just put. Hold on, where's claw slap? So it's gonna sit. Ah, it doesn't synergize. It's gonna. Like, I have like 2 extra markers just to be like, oh, if you have a spread and you don't know where to go, you have square and you have arrow. Rely on them. But I could just ditch them. Just put arrow right there.
I'm hoping that people have the claw slap figured out by now, but I don't know. Maybe not.
But yeah, otherwise, greens for void pools are just 1. Oh, okay, I see. Oh, okay, I understand. Okay, that is correct. Right, like right here is actually correct. The reason being,
I feel like right here would be like perfect for the Goliath positioning, but
hold on. Here, let me just do this at this point. There's a very specific reason I chose right here. It's 450. I could move it over more, but actually let me make that white.
Because you're thinking about how little room they have to return between.
It's more I'm trying to, like, this void pool location is right in the middle of, actually it's 420. Right in between both of the greens. I could move it over more just to give us more Goliath room. But my concern is I don't expect perfect void pool placement. I expect it to be like here or here. Like,
yeah,
it's never going to be the same all the time, and it also means that if it's like right here, for example, that's going to interfere with the green.
That's
like you really don't have a lot of room here, let's say in this worst case scenario, to get back.
Yeah, I see that could be a problem. On the one hand, verts both have blink, I think. I don't know if Bjorn's using his to get out to it or not, but like, I would blink past the void pool. Lanius has shift signet, and Noth can easily tank a hit. Or just, you know, sword 3
That's
right
why
through the middle of it.
Here. I can always, if it does become a problem, it's a very easy change to make. I would just be like, please try to focus on putting it right on the marker so we have room.
Gives us a lot of space for Goliath.
This red line that's further out, that's P1. Which means that by the time spread happens, it's like right next to the void pool.
Yeah, it'll be like all the way out here almost.
So that...
not a lot of room, but you'd have to like jump through it or something.
Yeah. But I suppose it doesn't really matter because whether it's here or here, I mean, you have the same amount of space.
Although, if they're taking the portal out, they can take the portal back in, and I can just place it further from the center so that, like, even if they take it right away, they'll still get spread. Like, place it...
Yeah, but I think they're
portal's
used
down,
to
but it's
doing
over
their
here.
spreads over here.
I guess that's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, otherwise, greens are just 1, 2, 3. I really hate going back on the challenge, but...
Are they doing void pool, what, 2 and 4 pursue on 2 over here? Like here
Ideally
and
we
in there,
don't
probably.
do a 4th one, but if we do a 4th one, it's right here. Because in
Where's
my
2?
P1, 2, and 4.
P2, number 2.
Oh, sorry. P2 number 2 is right here. So like, let me do my marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then starting at star, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay. Say
Those
if
are
there's
the
a
rough
little bit of
center
extra
points.
space over here, they could get rid of the circle one, but I don't know. We won't be able to have the DPS we had today consistently, I don't think.
So that's why I intentionally have this extra space right here if we need to do a 4th void pool.
Okay.
Or
Alright.
if we do end up being consistent with our damage, which I don't want to rely on, I can always move the circle one to square. And that's still within easy boon range of the stack. I'd be comfortable with it. But I just worry too much about boons, and having a good P1 phase time is nice, and P2 is just base whenever. So
P2 is just survive, succeed greens, and it'll end eventually.
So the closer the void pool is to the stack, the easier it is for the void pool people to be like more greedy and stay in group a little bit before they go out, or to easily be within range, or to have a better, more flexibility in giving a rotation for giving alacrity or quickness or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
That's why I have it at circle, and the further away I go with circle, the less flexibility there is, and to the point where if we're going completely on the opposite side, we now have to use a portal or just accept that we don't have alacrity or quickness, which means if we want to have a decent phase time on P1, ideally to not have to do a second tail slam, then that's not going to happen. So that's my reasoning for how all of my void pools are just forcibly closer to the group instead of just taking advantage of all this pointless space back here. I just want boons.
I think there's a chance that we could get our damage to be consistently like it was today.
Oh man.
I just need a little bit of work from a couple people.
Man, I'm open to suggestions if there are other ideas. Like, everything, all my strategies just based on my own research and what I've known. I say it too much. I just don't know what standard people do because I just know what I know and do what I do. And I just assume that everything I do is non-standard.
That's actually pretty big.
Oh, man. Oh yeah, I got some good logs today. I want to look at them.
I really think we're like 5k squad DPS away from being able to phase Jormag and Primordius 100% without bug every single time. Like, that's it.
Sure, I'll upload them all. Alright, I'll let this upload for a bit. Yeah, I now have another rotation edit I can do for Bladesworn, because Bladesworn actually works really well doing Fargreen. Because you just do double Dragon Slash, do extra stuff, take the portal, dodge in, dodge into green, dodge right back. You're right back into Dragon Trigger. You really greed it. You have like 2 seconds to get out, if not like 1.5. You give people heart attacks with spread, but then you get out, go to square, and then you can just do like a sword 2 in, and bam.
Yeah.
It's nice. And then if I'm doing it, well, I'm gonna have good boons. My damage is fine. It's not like the little bit of extra damage I'm gonna end up doing if I don't do a green is gonna matter a ton. So you can just put somebody else there. We could have a guaranteed quickness there or something. I don't know. It just works out really well. I want to see my logs because since we've had just good phases all day, then I actually have potential to have good logs. I believe I had one good Primordius, just one.
I think mine are all just like average, it looks like. I really want to get a 40k Zaitan or C11, but those are rough.
So when is... Oh, this is the last one. Go ahead.
38 Zaitan.
Yep. Every once in a while I get a 38. I'm like, that's pretty good, but I also got a 46-6 crack.
Oh, nice.
I got 47 earlier, right?
Yeah, you had a 47 in the earlier run.
I gotta look at that.
Hell yeah, 50k on Jormag. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know how I got 39 Zaitan ones.
I know. So, do you know if there was spits?
Wait, what?
I know that saves like if you have no spits and you can like blink straight back to the boss, it gives you a little bit of extra DPS, but...
I mean, I usually blink the same way every time.
Oh, really?
Regardless of whether it is spits, yeah.
If if there's no spit, especially on second one, after green ends, I just blink and immediately start attacking.
Was I stack? I don't know. Was I P1 or P2 actually? I don't actually remember.
Oh, that would help if you're P2 and you don't have to do the second one.
Next log. Ooh, almost a 51 in Jormag. And a 50 in Croc.
I was also practicing a slightly different opener to see if it comes out any better, where instead of opening on Disenchanter, I was opening with Swordsman. Specifically to give time for the boon rip. So Disenchanter can hit on no boons. But I don't know if it works out better or not.
It makes sense.
44444 DPS. Alright. Oh hell yeah, a 52 Jormag.
Nice.
I think that's
now
my
having
best
the hold
yet.
feels good.
Mm-hmm. What else? I've gotten a lot of 50k Jormags. I thought I did good on Primordius, but apparently I sucked. Keep getting like 45s.
We're phasing earlier. Like the time where you got 50 was very last possible moment phasing before we wipe.
I still have that log around. Marker pack. Scroll up. Welcome.
Which one was the 47 Croc?
Where is it? Here we go. So how did I get 50k here? This was a 64.5 Primordius. And we've been doing 64.4,
okay, so
65.7, 67, 65.6. It's like very identical timing.
Maybe you hit like the weapon RNG lottery or something.
I mean, how do I... I think it's a combination of... In my 50k log, I got... like, permanent Dragon Breath Bond up time, while all of the kills here... Everyone...
All the ads died.
All fucking killed them all. How dare you? I need my damage.
You just need one of the little destroyers to survive and like wander around for 10
Yeah,
minutes.
that's what I want. I want people to not clear as well. I want an add-on group to die close to group.
As long as all of the time cast or the storm seers die, I'm happy with whatever. But getting those periodic chills is miserable.
Yeah. All right. Before I consider Throne and Liberty, do what I said and see what this power chrono focus rotation is.
Oh, I found it. Ooh.
Oh boy.
Barely 47, but
is it this one? Okay, this is that.
Oh, I didn't even end at a good point either.
47
I don't
point.
understand like how this happens. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't go either. Makes you like super lucky on hits, and I guess or something.
Mirror Blade hit 3.5 times each time I cast it, so that definitely helps. Like normally it's like 2.5.
Ah.
Alright, so what's the gear this person's using? Let's find out.
Or I guess 3 maybe.
Alright, so this new build here runs Infiltration.
Still trying to figure out consistent GS5s.
For like boon ripping or
Oh no, sorry, for Vindy.
For Vert Vindy, yeah.
Yeah.
What are your average hits per cast on?
I usually get like 8 on average. The one I got, the good logs, I get like 9 to 10 maybe.
I think to get higher than 9, you have to have an ad there, but I'm not 100% sure.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I can get. I don't know. I found some decent spots for getting 100k GS5s, but yeah, it's not the most consistent thing.
Do you like go all the way like here?
No, exact center doesn't work. I'm pretty sure because I get like 55k there. The best spot's like over here.
That's so weird.
I think it's because that invisible hitbox eats up stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. So if that's the case...
The weird thing is if you go to the very edge of the hitbox, on like Krauk for example, you also get 100k hits.
So maybe like right here would be best then.
Yeah, I found like this corner of the trapezoid is like the best spot. Roughly on average. Like occasionally like here or like over here, like just kind of this area.
You can just talk in strike chat, Toad. I don't think many people use the text channels and voice.
That even exists.
Yeah. Toad is asking, where is the good spot for Greatsword 5 on Vindy?
I can stream.
It makes sense if that stupid hitbox eats stuff, then you probably want to like, I guess you could.
So like right here on this corner, I get on average pretty decent hits, like up to around 90k. If I go like sometimes in the area like right around here-ish, it's like 100k's kind of. It's weird also because Primordius, there's like a spot where I get like 100k like right here. Which I don't understand because this would be like where the invisible hitbox is, I think, right? Or something.
Yeah, it's like right here. Like you can see my daggers vanishing where they hit it.
I see. Yeah, because I've gotten like on Primo, like he does the boop and then you rock over here. I've got like 100k like right here.
That's wild.
So I've got it makes no sense whatsoever. But yeah, if you're interested, like it's like this rough area. It's pretty good for pretty close to 100k. I know for Krauk, whenever you move to the right side to avoid the thing, like you get 100k's in this area.
Do you ever do Greatsword 4 and just stand in it and then?
I've thought about it. I haven't put it into my rotation or anything.
I've been starting to try to do it on Vert. Well, just hit 4, walk in for a second, and get the counter. I don't know if it's worth it or not, but let's see if I did it on the 47k. I'm guessing I did.
guess the counter does decent damage.
What's the counter called? Counterblade? Or is that the throwing one? Counterblade is the throwing one. So illusionary or post is the. It doesn't look like I hit with it in this one.
Alright, I need a thief relic.
Responsibility isn't easy.
I'm gonna head to bed.
See ya.
See ya.
Thief, 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 thief.
That's so exciting though.
Nice.
Okay, so 47k. Let's see how many boon rips I did on Krauk that pull. If I did some, that means it can go higher.
And what are their skills?
I did rip 2 boons.
Wow, how dare you. Alright, I need to know how
There's
this
no way to
opens.
tell when it ripped them.
Okay. Alright, let's play around.
A deadly raid squad is a happy raid squad. Practice your skills using our state-of-the-art.
Oh, you have to look at the conditions. Yeah, it's slow and bold.
Wait, Krauk doesn't spawn with boons?
A Kralk should spawn with
It
boons.
should, yeah.
If it doesn't, then the boon rip was so immediate.
I think it's when we're attacking the crabs, we end up some boon rip leaks over to the boss. Oh wait, no, the boss doesn't even spawn. No, boss doesn't even spawn until then, so I don't know.
So he has Torment already.
Wait, I forgot to give myself.
But the first moment he's on the log, he doesn't have any boons. We look at some other logs, maybe.
Okay, I see. So, you start with this enchanter, right? And then here you just do everything.
Yeah, I don't know. Does the crab spawn? Huh. Definitely never seen boons by the time I'm starting to attack it.
For this one, no conditions. Nothing at all. I wonder if Krauk doesn't spawn with boons. Or maybe he can be boon rip before he's visible.
It's also possible, yeah.
Yeah, I can't find any logs where he has boons at the start. Interesting. Now I'm wondering if any other ones are like
first boon strip is when when you move to the right and he does the thing down the middle, which is at what is like what, maybe 15 seconds in, 10 seconds, no, 15ish I think.
The weird thing is though, like, I'm looking at all the different dragons and all of them are like that, but they, like, I know for a fact that Dormag and Primordus both have boons.
Yes, yes.
I've seen them, and like these logs, they're not showing a boons at the start. Something was kind of odd. I'm wondering if the first boons aren't just showing in Arc DPS because they don't gain the boons, they just have the boons.
What's this over?
Kind of confusing. sure that the other boons are showing up, because
51 over.
yeah, other boons are showing up.
Oh, I see. Trying to see what my damage is when I'm running heal food. Alright, we go again.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the boons just aren't showing up in the log for their
I think you have
boons.
a wrong setting. Wait, there, no.
Well, I checked that because I made sure that I can see it the other time.
Yeah, Mord has boons, Zaitan. I never check Zaitan. Zaitan, though, I think has boons, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because sometimes they don't get ripped very quickly because of Vert's doing Vert things and being really far away when the boss spawns.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember when we were doing the the portal thing.
Yeah.
I was on Reaper and I was supposed to boon strip, but I couldn't get to the boss in time. Yeah. Okay.
But I want to play with Well of Senility. If you can precast that. The fourth hit rips boons.
You had to time it, drop it forward.
Yeah. There's like throw mine, but you have to time it rather than precast it.
Yeah, that'd be hard to pull off on.
And Primordius is the one where it sounds scary, but then like you bait your red, and you're over here, and then like the chomp's about to happen. Oh, that's interesting. So if you blink before it finishes casting, it'll do like max range from where you blink to. So you have to wait for it to finish casting and then blink.
Alright, let's read the video description.
Wait, that didn't work. Oh. $65K.
Yes, 65K now. I mean, if you look at the EU logs, I mean, okay, they're crazy, but I would say, like, if you can, I think with the Alliance, you should be able to hit, like, high 40s. 50 is...
You can do 50 as long as you don't have to hold. Like, if you have to hold, 50 is basically out the window, but...
Yeah, that's true, yeah. If you're holding, I think it usually dips to, like, 47, 48.
Yeah, if you have to hold for a good 10 seconds, I have logs on Vert where I'm at 45k, and by the time we're killing, I'm down to 37k. Like, you lose so much from holding.
Yeah, I can
So it's
check.
hard to compare.
Oh, actually, I don't remember when I was playing Vindy. But yeah, I would say, like, you shoot for, I think, 45k plus is a good number to go for. Without holding, 50k plus is doable. Without food swapping, I mean, you can technically hit like 55 with some really lucky GS5s.
Yeah.
You pop your...
Swapping is expensive.
Oh, I guess if you need the good food, yeah.
Somebody has to be dropping the cilantro food or something like that.
That's true, yeah. But basically, you eat a dragon's breath bun before the phase. You kill an ad to get the buff, and then you eat the cilantro to feed steak, and then you'll have an extra 200 power. And if you're extra crazy, you do double food swap with tofu, and you'll have 300 power and 100 ferocity extra for like 30-ish seconds.
It is basically just for log farming and speed clearing, but...
And if you're even crazier, you throw in the, what is it, the golden dumplings for another 200 power.
I was waiting for Arthur to actually do it. But yeah, doing one food swap was already like max degeneracy for me, and that's only when we're like actually pushing for speed kills. I don't even mind just using sharpening stones. It's not really that bad. Yeah, holding on Jormag and Primordus and Suwon and Zaitan all feel really bad. Mordramoth also starts feeling really bad. Like, once your DPS is high enough to where you don't have to hold for anything else, you'll find that you'll start having to hold at the end of the second set of waves on Mordramoth. Skipping the second set of waves on Mordramoth entirely is doable, but it takes a lot of damage.
Yeah. I mean, today we were skipping pretty well in the pug run. We were hitting like what?
Really good damage.
Yeah, we were like hit what 7-8% when red spawn on Jormag.
Nice.
Yes, that's what happens when you have 2 really good verts.
Yep.
That's basically 6 boss DPS.
Exactly. It's nice. Imagine if Herald was still how it was before it got nerfed.
Yeah, 8 boss DPS. Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys are in that really bad sweet spot where like our group is in as well, where it's just like 5 to 10k more group DPS would make it so nobody ever has to hold anymore, but everybody has to put in that little bit of effort, practice their class, go hit golem, figure out what to do to get a little more.
When I go to like fill for a group, something I ask is, if I'm filling for a DPS, or just how much damage is the person I'm filling for doing, because how much damage somebody do is very relevant. And if I just come in and I suddenly just do a lot of damage, it's going to change everything. But it also sucks when the person I'm filling for does really bad damage.
38k damage.
No, like I'm struggling to find a build that sucks as much as the person I'm trying to fill for one point, to the point where
Condi.
I came in as a Condi Scourge and I was still doing more damage.
Oh no. Hammer Guardian would actually be decent on this fight.
Yeah.
Like just auto attacking Hammer Guardian with Night Sigils, you'd be doing
a lot.
Close to 40k. Maybe a little more than 40k.
But I've got multiple builds I'd like to learn or play if I need to be serious, depending on what the group is like.
You auto attack Vindy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Apparently what's the log? Like 26k, 27k end number.
Wow. Is it with greatsword or sword?
I assume greatsword. Oh, actually, that's a good point. I mean, I've only heard about it. I don't know if I've seen. I know they've done a log at some point with it, but it might be sword, yeah.
The funniest auto attack build is Untamed, with your pet's skills all on auto cast, and then using sword and axe, so you get the extra ferocity and you just auto attack. I think they were getting over 30k, but you know, that's also pet auto attacks coming in with their whatever they do. But I guess like Rifle Mech was up there, probably a little higher back last summer. And that 38k just doing auto attacks, or is that auto attacks and 2s and 5s, whatever?
No, actually, no.
Okay. I remember when we got our first clear, our top DPS was our Rifle Mech that, like, at the time it felt like he was so good and so much stronger than everybody, but like looking back, it's just because we didn't have any other like strong DPS players. Now it would be a little different with all the extra practice we've gotten doing this fight for a year and a half.
I mean, back then it was like 35k is the sweet spot for DPS, right?
Yeah.
I think so, something like that.
Well, we can easily look at what the only kill of TKoJ was.
I just remember like the LFGs were always like, if you want to join as DPS, you have to get 35k plus. Now it's like, 45k.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And like 45k, like when I'm trying to play a DPS build, I feel like I'm not contributing enough when I'm getting 45k, unless like that's on the lower end. Like when I'm playing Berserker, 45k was like when I dropped Berserk. During a phase, I'd get like 45, 46. Now you just don't drop Berserk, so it would be better now, but yeah, this is the good stuff. My 25k Primordius, 30k Jormag. Come a long way, that's for sure. And like Vert has barely gotten changed than Power Vert. Like the bench is 1k higher. I know Dagger 3's bug fix is actually really impactful, but
What was my first Vert kill?
What is... Are you...
Oh, you got a 20.8 AN number on my kill. My first kill. What was I? 31.
good.
The 31 Jormag at a 20k Primo.
Hell yeah.
Hold on, I think I found a bug in SFT, I want to confirm.
At a 37.5 Krauk. Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
That was a pretty good Krauk.
Are you fucking kidding?
30k Mord.
Alright, here's a fun bug in SFTA. If you are a Chronomancer with improved alacrity and you give yourself all boons, just the option of all boons, it only gives boons in intervals of, what is it? Once every 10 seconds. But the alacrity is affected by improved alacrity, so it's actually less. So during your rotation, you will actually lose alacrity and have like 60% uptime. You fucking
So you
so you
can
have to
give
manually.
yourself alacrity multiple times, yeah.
If you have any questions,
And then it will
Yeah, if you
update
give yourself
more
all
often.
boons twice, or you have to specifically give yourself alacrity, then it's fine.
Yep.
Are you?
It's ridiculous.
Like I'm wondering. I'm doing my rotation properly, but I'm losing alacrity. I'm trying to get a 50k opener on this build.
Yep.
I'm getting 49s.
And most of the time, like in a real fight, people will cover that alacrity for you, but not there. And then once your shatters are going off and everything, you'll cover a lot of it as well, but
It's really fun.
silly SFTA. I wonder.
Oh man. Let's get this on.
I wanted to save this 47k so I can look at it more.
I'm just happy I got a 52k Jormag. That is my current PB on that boss.
I bet you could go higher too if we didn't have to hold as much.
I mean, that's like that these door mags were like best case scenario for me, where I constantly end on dragon slashes.
Did you ever get chilled?
I think in some of my good pulls, no.
Okay. I was like, that's always the thing that like throws me off on door mag is the chills, or getting like a last laugh on me and having to interrupt.
It's just that Bladesworn has the Soul Beast effect if you run like Ice Trap or One Wolfpack, where they
like
are.
Depending on where you end, it's much higher, much lower.
No, it's more like the rotation is eternally desynced. So,
okay.
like you use Ice Trap like at the beginning of your Sikkim, and then you have to precast it, and then use it later and later and later, and soon enough, if the fight goes on long enough, it will not be available when you need to.
I see.
So I have the situation with Tactical Reload, which is why my damage is so variable, because the start's fine, I get good bursts, but then eventually Tactical Reload becomes so delayed that I'm trying to just use skills and Gun Saber in what feels like an eternity between one Dragon Slash, Dragon Spike Mine into another Dragon Slash, that I lose overcharged cartridges, maybe I lose some Fierce's Fire stacks, and it's just, it sucks. There's a way to solve it, but I hate, why isn't Tactical Reload the same cooldown as Sikkim, 28 seconds? That would literally fix everything.
Oh, Blue, did you guys get the kill earlier?
Seems not.
No.
We got it 11%, and then Nuzzle got knocked out
Oh,
for the last screen. Yeah, but she got her kill with her static.
Okay, good.
Like
She's been working really hard at it, but
yeah, we had a lot of unfortunate. I mean, a lot of the wipes she did. She made a couple mistakes and stuff, and
oh yeah.
I mean, we also had a lot of random things happen too. But yeah, it was a really sad ending. It was like it was like a really good lot. I think we were shooting the end number, or not the end number. The end time would have been like 10:35 or something.
Oh,
It was we had really good damage, and then I think she rolled into her green before the wave got there, and it got pushed out. Yeah. It was unfortunate.
I get it. It's like, I'm glad that she got it now. Like, if she comes back, I'm sure she'll be more consistent just because of the nerves issue. But
no, for sure.
Definitely, quite a few roll into greens at the wrong time.
Yeah.
And then I would wipe and like the last pull because that's what I do, I guess.
Yeah, those 2 sessions we had a lot of really close ones.
Kind of like I was surprised looking at the logs and seeing 6 pulls after like a whole hour.
Yeah, that's
really good.
Surprising. I mean, obviously, it takes 12 minutes, so it makes sense. But like, it really feels like you do a lot more. But it's really, you don't actually do pull that many times.
Well, when nobody's dying at Prime Mortis or anything like that, like it's just so nice. But like every pull at Primordius is still like 4 minutes or something like that. Or Mordremoth's deaths are like 6 or 7 minutes maybe. And yeah, that's 2 of those are the Suwon pull. Seems like we've got a lot of consistent people coming in Void Lounge lately though. That's good.
Hopefully they keep coming. I do know some people who like stopped showing. Some newer people have stopped showing because I have gotten complaints from some people who are like, these like it's too many. Some people are too inconsistent or wiping too much.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully people keep showing up. I mean, last week was pretty good. I mean, this past week has been pretty good. We got some decent, like a 1 pull on Monday, and then a couple other kills, I guess.
I know, like that, the feeling of when other people are inconsistent, you just want to get your weekly cleared. It feels bad, but the more we help out the new players. If they keep coming back, it'll get better all around.
Yeah.
A deadly raid squad is a happy raid squad.
And then I know, like,
Practice your skills using our
at least, like, there are times where I'm really inconsistent because I like, keep forgetting my portal or something like that, but
Yeah.
at least when I do that, it's usually not a wipe causing thing unless it's, during Suwon, and then it's like 50-50, I guess. Because any mistake there is easily a wipe. The Primordius portal makes everybody sad. I need to figure out what causes that to like fail to cast.
Sorry, which thing?
Like sometimes I swear my portal is off cooldown, and I'll press the button, but it won't drop. And I don't know if it's like.
I think it like might be like 0.1 or something, and you've clicked it, and it hasn't actually fully gone cooldown.
That could be it. I want to just set up like a recording thing, but it happens so rarely that it doesn't feel worth running, like recording a whole thing. But
I know for the timing. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You just record a whole thing, and if it's not there, you delete it. Go ahead.
I could do that.
Yeah, I mean, I know for the timing when I drop the portal, it like, especially if we have a lot of damage, I realize I have like. I still have like, you know, 0.2 or something before 0.5 or something before I actually need to drop it, so I have to wait a little longer. And I've definitely accidentally pushed it, rolled out, and really had to go back and drop it. So it's possible it's just like it looks like it's off cooldown because it's like you see 0. You don't see the number anymore basically at that point.
Especially if you don't have alacrity and the number is white, and you like really can't see it.
Yeah, today we were phasing with the phasing that we were doing. Like I still had 8 seconds. I had like 8 seconds by the time like most of the ads are dead and people are starting to move out. It was we were phasing pretty fast.
That is a long time. That's how it is in like today for this run. I was well. I have like 8 seconds. I want to get Void Pool and also drop the portal. So I'm gonna wait here.
The skill
Get
sucks.
Void Pool, run over here, drop it, and then blink out. But a little spooky. You don't like Unstable Blade Storm?
Because it has a very weird cast time. Now I'm trying to do it in a Chronomancer rotation.
Oh yeah, it takes like. Are you trying to? Do you queue something after it, or are you using it at the end of the loop? Hold on.
49.5. It's always a 3-2, but because 2 is such a quick cast time, and I need to end CS and immediately queue a Sword 5 after, I don't know when Dagger 3 ends and Dagger 2 has no cast time.
Go by the sound. So when 3 casts and the 2 after it starts, you'll hear that sound. You can technically, like, if you're doing weapon swap after 3, you can do it earlier than the sound, but the sound for 3 will come out at about the time you can queue something after 2.
Go again. Finally, a good burst. I demolished the video.
Insane! Oh my god.
My end burst. Holy shit! I got a good burst, and that's what matters.
But yeah, for primos, once you see the boop, you run in, do a GS5, and you start. You just basically do your like GS2 1 rotation, or if you're in Shiro, you just do that sort of auto attack as you move backwards back to the spot, and then continue your rotation. So you just go in and out. You don't need to. If you do the rotation right, you should end up being able to GS5 right after the boop. Or if you need to delay, you delay it a little bit, then walk in and GS5. The key thing is getting back to the spot immediately after. That way, and then you can comfortably do the rest of your rotation until GS5 comes off again.
Yeah, if you move like slightly too far and you're not able to hit with your auto attacks, then it makes everything in Primartis feel really awkward. Especially on Berserker, because then you're not getting adrenaline and you're just like, what's happening?
But yeah, on like Krauk, and like if you want to use Krauk as like a benchmark, is if I can forget that, let me just pull up a log real quick, because I think I mean, I don't have the best of rotations, but
We do like 55k before, right?
yeah, I had a 56 Krauk no food swap on Alliance at one point.
Yeah, that's so good.
I don't know how I hit it, but really, a lot of it comes down to really lucky GS5s. And then, so I think the rotation ends up being so in your, let me just check my, yeah, I'll just pull up the day's log or something. Your GS, so what you want basically is your GS rotation in Alliance to be about 15 seconds. Let me see. Say Krauk, for example. About 15 seconds, maybe like 15.5 or something, and then your sword rotation ends up being something like 11.5 or something. But basically, you want to make sure that your entire rotation is like that tight. You're swapping exactly at the right time. Your Shiro rotation, basically you end up with almost, if you do it just right, you end up with like near exactly 5 energy for your last sword 2 before you swap back to Grey Sword and Alliance. And then for Alliance, if you basically, the idea is you want to come up with a really tight rotation, and you end up with just enough energy for your last GS5 before you swap to Sword again. But the key thing is getting that like super clean rotation and your timing on your weapon swaps. If you end up camping it a little longer, then you start losing damage. So you want to be super fast like that.
On Shiro and Sword, you have impossible odds. What sword skills do you use? Do you just avoid using 5, or since 5 is like such high damage, it's worth using?
So the way I've been doing it is on the first Shiro rotation I go to, I do Sword 2. So I do, as I'm casting Sword 2, I pop impossible odds. Yeah, 2 4 5, and then 2 2 with dodge before. Actually, I've been doing a dodge after for the dodge bug, but
So you don't do any extra 5s or 4s past?
No, so because by the time you get to that last 2, you have basically like 6 energy, which is enough for one last 2.
So that's what I was wondering, because like when I've tried to play Vindicator, I find the Shiro part was really confusing because I would want to press 5 an additional time or 4 because like they're very high damage skills, but they also cost a lot of energy, and like, you know, part of me is like, well, I could switch to Alliance, press Sword 4 5, and then switch to Great Sword, but then it's like you're using energy on those 2 skills when you might want to use them on Great Sword 5 and 3 instead, or like, it's just drives me crazy.
Yeah. No, you just basically want to do the rotation, get it out, and then you swap immediately back. I mean, I obviously haven't done any testing, but I assume it's getting back energy for impossible odds and stuff is not really worth it. In terms of, and also just real quick about the sword rotation is, so the first rotation I do in Shiro, I do 2 4 5 2 2. And that's because the F2 cooldown is a little weird there, and if I use F2 there, it'll mess up my GS rotation. So I don't do any F2s there. But then every other Shiro rotation after that one, I will cut the 5 and do 2 4 into. So let's see, I'll do 2 4 autos, and then I'll do an F2 before the next 2, F2 to dodge. If for the dodge bug, if you don't want the dodge, if you don't care about the dodge bug, it's F2 dodge and then into your 2 again. And then so you do 1 F2, and the reason why I do that is if you don't have vigor, that should basically work out. What I found is, so if you do 2 F2s, basically in Alliance, it's 1 at the beginning and then 1 just near the end, and then that lines up just right so that in your Shiro rotation you can do another F2 before your second Sword 2 if you cut Sword 5. And your energy ends up, or your endurance ends up being mostly fine. On Mord, you have to be careful because I have tried to dodge at like 49%, like just before 1 bar finishes, and I got knocked off because. So on Mord, I'm a lot more careful now, where I mostly just jump and then double check to make sure I can actually dodge. If you have vigor, I haven't really played any groups that really have consistent vigor, so it's hard to really judge.
Did you have vigor today?
I don't know actually. I did feel like in Mord I had a lot more endurance, so maybe I didn't actually pay that much attention.
I know Druid does pretty good vigor.
I guess I could check buffs, right?
I don't think it's gonna be 100, but it should be probably like 60, 75. If it's not that, then that means Notha's not using Water Spirit as much as possible.
I see vigor pop around. Yeah, I have actually okay amount of vigor actually.
Yeah, Water Spirit's really good.
It's gotta be like, so hitting the golem on a build like that has gotta be so weird because you can't simulate having 50% vigor uptime. You either have 100 or you have 0.
Yeah, I practiced it without the vigor, and then I guess the idea is if you do have vigor, just throw in an extra dodge when you need it, or something, and just to make sure you're below the max, below the 100%.
That seems like the best way to do it.
Yeah.
They should have a setting that's like, oh, this is pug booms, and it's just like every boon lasts for 1 second, and you have a 50% chance of getting the boon each second. So you never know when you'll have quickness or alacrity. I joined Strike CMs with Fry's group yesterday, I want to say, and the firebrand that they had that said they were Q DPS gave me 40% in Minister Lee phase 1, and then after that I switched to Berserker and just didn't say anything and put on Heat the Soul and just covered quickness. It's just like I can't. It's interrupting every skill. It's so bad.
How do you only have 40% quickness on Firebrand?
I think he was doing the rotation from like over a year ago before they added the final charge. He was using it like, he was using 1 charge of the mantra every 12 seconds flat. But like if you miss that, like it's barely enough if you like perfectly cast it off cooldown. But
interesting. I don't actually use the last charge of my mantras. I'm pretty sure.
Probably at least aim them well. Like I know like.
Okay, yeah, okay, that's fair.
I'm not getting hit by half of them, you know.
Okay, that might be. Yeah, maybe he's just aiming them in some weird direction.
Or casting them like when he thinks everybody is stacked, but they're not. Even though, especially with Minister Lee, there are very specific times where everybody is stacked. Every 10 to 15 seconds, and you can easily do like 2 charges and then wait, and they do 2 charges, you know. But also running standard ground means you can run stalwart speed and cover a little extra that way, but it is what it is. I just fear the pug firebrand. They make my life not great. Oh, they had a lot of Bloodwalkers. 4 people?
Yeah. Yeah, that group was on the verge of killing.
That's awesome. I like to see that. Yeah, like the difficult part about playing DPS on an HTcm is really like watching your feet, not getting hit by last laughs, not getting hit by chills, and then still not like accidentally taking spreads or getting overlapped or whatever.
What?
Obviously the hardest part is not getting hit by waves apparently, but
Interesting.
Yeah, the biggest thing is just that getting comfortable with those things and being able to do your rotation while, like, you know, moving around with mechanics and stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's like the biggest. I think like a lot of people can hit pretty close on the glowing benchmarks, but they in HTcm they're like a lot more careful with stuff, and you just have to get more. Once you get comfortable with it, sort of your rotation just becomes kind of second nature, and you just then you can focus on more of the fight itself, and then you just do your rotation. And like things with like Krauk and stuff is like some people, I think they maybe turn their character and walk towards the safe spot, but I think that's because of that they end up a lot of their autos and stuff ends up not connecting. It's like you have to be able to like walk to there while still hitting everything like normally and stuff like that. So and then especially like Mord, like it's the key thing there is knowing when you can greed like a GS3 or something, and when you just need to basically ideally your rotation stays exactly the same. You may have to readjust a GS3 every here and there because of the waves, but that's like the biggest thing is making sure that you can essentially do the same rotation while still jumping waves.
Oh, Blue. Look at my Krauk opener for the 47k. It was one of those, so I think it might be working. I wait for your disenchanter to hit first so that the boon rip happens before mine hits.
Funny.
So what you're saying is now I'm going to start doing that, and boons are not going to get ripped at all.
50-50.
I mean, it's teamwork. Unintentional teamwork. Now, if you actually do want better logs because you have the above 50% thing in dueling, oppressive complex or something, pay people to give the boss taunt or fear.
Yep. Make the Jawas herald spam chains.
Yeah, and you'll get a good
slow
log.
work?
No.
Slow doesn't work. Okay, it's just fear days. Okay, yeah.
It's actual hard stuff, hard CCs, and then taunts or fears. Or rather, taunts.
I wonder if there's
and
like
fears.
a way you could keep up high enough taunt or fear for it to be like, you know,
If you have,
30
like,
seconds of fear.
I
do
mean,
kite chronos with the defender phantasm.
Yeah,
a little bit
and then
uptime
running
there.
like high expertise just to make sure it lasts long. And then they do like defender, signet of ether, defender inside of continuum split, so they gotta do it. See, I guess 8 defenders total.
Yeah, I mean they are generating a lack that way too, right? So
you would only get 4, but yeah.
Well, they'd be 4 each. So if you had 2 people doing that.
Oh, 2 people, okay.
So you have 8
I think
defenders, which
just
is
one
24
person is
seconds of
fine.
taunt.
Yeah, you have
Probably.
the first chrono, it does the first set, and then the second chrono does the second set to make sure you keep that taunt up. Oh no, wait, it
Depends, 'cause
stacks
if-
duration, right? So then
Yeah,
it
if it
doesn't matter
stacks
then.
duration and it goes long enough, like if the max is 30 seconds, you
Yeah.
could just.
I mean,
keep
one
spamming
chrono
it.
will do 6 seconds of taunt if maxed at 100% Conti duration. So that's 24 seconds.
Yep.
Huh.
But 2 of them would be 48 seconds.
And that
which would get you all the way to 50%.
Uh-huh.
Funny thoughts. Definitely not realistic, but
I mean, it's something to consider if you are trying to make the Suwon P1 check. Especially if you want to do it before green spawn.
I mean, chrono is really flexible with the utilities. Like,
Yeah.
you really don't have to take stabs. So you could actually take that. I mean, okay, I guess taking the ether heal is maybe a little.
yeah.
But
And then also
you'd still get
taking
away
a
with
bunch
it.
of expertise could hurt your stats a bit. Like you could just do full celestial, I guess. So probably
No,
not
there's
actually be bad.
there's cool stats. Hold on, expertise.
Yeah, there's definitely expertise concentration somewhere.
Yeah, I believe it's vigilant.
Like plague doctor.
Just-
Vigilant might be PvP only, or is that not?
No, it's I'm literally looking at it right here.
Huh.
It's vigilant, ritualist, or if you really want to make sure, you run bringers.
Bringers.
Or I guess celestial. I guess celestial would be
If they're
best.
like the support, then you'd want healing and.
But this is not like a
Once rifle
super
comes,
intense
though.
heal fight.
Yeah, once you have rifle, I mean, you still, even without that much healing power, I'm guessing you'll still do like.
Yeah.
Rifle 3 does like 3-4k heals.
Gotcha.
Right, it's funny trying to craft the perfect comp just for the verts.
Like it would be a lot of fun to do I don't know,
Yeah,
2 support chronos, 2 QDPS chronos, because honestly heal support chrono is it covers most boons. The only problem would be stuff like bubble and stability, but maybe throw in 1 herald just for bubble.
First to
and do 6 verts.
I mean, we had a good no bubble phase the other night.
Yeah, it was not bad at all. We did that today too, didn't we? Or was it just yesterday?
I think it's just yesterday, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it was not bad at all.
So that would be 12 plus.
Or did you
That's
see
what,
the recent EU log as like 26 vert? Oh,
Is
and
that,
36 Vindy. No, it was someone
They have
else.
36?
It was Fire Puma, I think. I don't know who that is.
Let me pull this up.
But they had like everyone else was like slightly lower damage.
Did they all die on Suwon?
No, they didn't die, but they had. I think they like 2 other Vindies were low damage, and so and then what was it? Asteria and Sox got a 36.6 end number on Vindy. I feel like they've purposely tuned it so that everyone else does a little bit less damage.
Probably, just to give them extra DPS uptime.
Yeah, but the vert log was 26k there.
Is that on Portal?
Alright, I'm gonna end it here because I want to play around with throwing in Liberty thing, and I need to mess with VPNs and whatnot if it even is possible. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back.